Welcome students again. Today again I am going to discuss regarding the environment and sustainable development. This is the subject of the Bachelor's Hospital second sem students. Okay, so today I am going to discuss regarding the scope and aspects of environmental education. Why we are studying it, why it's very essential to study. Because we have seen when we were small, at that time also we used to study. Now in our colleges also we have this subject. Why it is of that importance that we are studying it here also. So the thing is that it is need to study. Why? Because we can identify, if we study these only, then only we can identify what the effects and what is the problem in the environment. Okay, we can find out the problem, and if we find out the problem, finding out the problem is not enough. What we are going to do then? We are going to give a solution to that problem also. Okay, then how we are going to use the resources, that is using the resources very judicially. Okay, judicially means what? We cannot exploit the resources. Okay, how we can properly utilize it. Okay, how we can regenerate more and more resources. Okay, regenerate means what? Means, see, as we know, there are some natural energy sources which is non-renewable, but we can find out more and more of renewable sources of energies. Okay, like we are getting energy now from the tidal waves, that is the hydroelectricity. Okay, then we are getting energy from the different windmills. Okay, windmills are set up. Okay, even we would be studying in a few days, we are going to study regarding how the different waste are being managed. Then we are going to study about incinerators, where they still that the smoke that is being produced from the incinerator, that is being used to run turbines in the industries. Okay, so it is one of the sources of energy. Then how we can improve our environment from the way it is degrading. We are going to upgrade our environment and not lead our environment to the way of degradation. Okay, then we should know about the extreme impacts of the different natural disasters. What are the extreme conditions that are going to happen if for a natural disaster, and how we are going to protect ourselves from those natural disasters. Nowadays we can see that the weather forecast reports are very strong nowadays. Okay, very authentic. They can very clearly tell us regarding any particular natural calamities that are going to come, regarding any storm or what. Earthquakes and volcanoes, it is very difficult to predict. For that, it is not yet been able to say it still now. Okay, then how we are going to sustainably use the resources. Sustainable development we are going to cover in our next topics. Okay, it is regarding what? It is regarding how you are going to use the resources for your present fully. Okay, not that you are using it half-heartedly. You are going to use whatever you need, you are going to use it, but at the same time what you are going to do, you are going to keep it for the future generations also. Okay, then we have to review new technologies. Okay, review technologies means those are not going to, like we are seeing nowadays, we have power saving mode equipments like the refrigerators, ACs that we see nowadays. All these are very power saving. We buy those instruments or equipments rather by seeing the 5-star rating or like this. Why? We are now trying to improve our new technologies so that we can make it more eco-friendly. Okay, in hospital concept, eco-friendly, you would be seeing that in the OTs, different type of gases were used previously. Now, many of the hospitals, they have come with the concept of green OT. What is green OT? Means the gases that they are using there, it is not going to create any harm to the environment. Okay, for this reason only they have come with the concept of green OTs. Okay, many of the hospitals you can see like AMRIs, Medicas, they have gone with this green OT technique. Okay. Then is you have to formulate different type of regulations for the protection and conservation of the environmental resources. Okay. Now we are going to study regarding the different components what would be helping in the environmental management. Okay. Like one of the foremost components is the how you perceive your environment, your perception regarding the environment. How will you receive this? By studying environmental science only, environmental studies only, you are going to receive this education. And the public awareness. Different type of public awareness campaigns are going on, like the conservation of tiger, conservation of water, all these type of campaigns are going on. This is doing what? This is creating the public awareness, okay? And it is increasing the level of your environmental perception. Environmental perception means what you perceive for your environment, okay? Then this environmental education and training is becoming very common nowadays, okay? As we see, this course is very common. It is provided in the school level, it is provided in the colleges, and it is also in the different universities. It is provided by different levels of professionals, okay? Then resource management. It is another most important components of environmental management. What is that? That we are going to classify the natural resources properly, whatever natural resources we have. Then what we are going to do, we are going to survey and evaluate the ecological resources, that what is their condition. Are they in the perfect condition? Are they in the state of extinct, endangered? What is that? We have to find out, whether it may be plant species or animal species, whatever it may be, okay? Then is preservation of the different type of resources. Why we are taking this conservation? We are finding out renewable sources of energy. Why? So that as we know, these renewable, the natural, all the resources that we have, the non-renewable, these are exhaustible. They can exhaust one day. For this reason only, what is happening? We are finding out new ways, we are finding out new ways, okay, like to develop the sources of energies, okay. Then is control of environmental degradation and pollution, okay. Control of environmental degradation and pollution means what? We are going to control the environmental pollution and stop it from degrading. So for that we need to what? Regenerate the degraded environment, adopt preventive measures to stop the environment from the different type of natural disasters, calamities, all such hazards, all such things. Then another most important thing that we need to do is environmental impact assessment. We have a topic regarding it. We are going to study regarding that. That is what? Appraisal. We have to find out how the anthropogenic activities are creating an impact on the environment. We are going to measure those activities. What is the impact of such anthropogenic activities? Anthropogenic activities means the man-made activities, our man-made, what we are doing as human beings, our activities, how it is affecting the environment, okay. So we have to measure that. For that we need to implement certain laws. We have to find out a base level from where we are going to measure that this is the level. From here we are going to measure that it has degraded or it has improved. That thing we have to measure. All this was for this environmental, why we are studying environmental. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section. Thank you. Have a good day.